Good evening to all. Myself Surjakanta Pal presenting this paper entitled Study of Number Conserving Cellular Automata Rules through Integral Value Transformations. And this is the abstract. Basically, we have studied about connection between two discrete dynamical systems. One is cellular automata and another is integral value transformation. In literature, there is a concept of number conserving cellular automata rules. With the similar concept, we have identified number conserving integral value transformation. The exponential cardinality of three classes of number conserving integral value transformations, namely uniform, non-uniform, and non-uniform varying over time, has been identified. Lastly, some patterns have been generated using cellular automata and IVT. And this is the outline. First section contains introduction to CA and IVT. Secondly, types of IVT. In third, number conserving IVT. In fourth, IVTs over higher dimension. Next, pattern formation using CA and IVTs. Lastly, conclusion. I introduce briefly about CA. This is the overview of CA. It was proposed by J.P. Newman and Ulam, and later on it was developed by S. Wolfram for modeling complex structure. Cellular automata has four components, that is D, Q, and F. What is D? D is the dimension of the cellular automata. Q is the set of states. N is the set of all d-dimensional neighborhood vectors. F is the local update rule, which is nothing but a mapping from set of all possible neighborhoods to set of states. CA rule is displayed as a lookup table listing all possible neighborhoods. And this is an example of CA. Each blank cell can be filled up by either 0 or 1. So total number of rules is 2 to the power 8 equal to 256. In next example, if each blank cell is represented by 1 and each white cell by 0, then we get a string, and that string is 0 1 1 0 1 0 1 0, which decimal value is 106. So the corresponding CA rule is 106. This is the space-time diagram of a particular CA, that is CA rule 30, which is nothing but a natural pattern. Next, different types of CA can be constructed by changing different parameter of CA. What are the parameters? There are 5 parameters, that is number of states, size of neighborhood, boundary conditions, transition rule, and dimensions. In this paper, we have discussed only 2 types of CA, that is, one is uniform CA and another is non-uniform CA. Uniform CA, where a particular cell is applied to all cells, and non-uniform CA, where different rules are applied to different cells. Cardinality of such CA is also given, that is, these are different cardinality. Number of uniform CA rule will be state to the power neighborhood. Similarly, number of non-uniform CA rule is state to the power neighborhood to the power length of CA. And the last type of CA, which is non-uniform CA rule varying over time, its number will be state to the power neighborhood to the power length of CA to the power time. Then next, there is a particular type of CA which is called number conserving cellular automata and this is the one additive invariant of CA. What is its meaning? The meaning is that the number of one in each step or in each evaluation remains same. So in uniform CA there are 5 uniform elementary CA. There one these are 204, 170, 184, 226 and 240, and all have been constructed or all are defined over periodic boundary condition. Then we have given the characteristics of that is synchronous CA. So synchronous updation takes place in 2 phases. First, computation of new states using neighborhood and local transition. Second, updation of all cells simultaneously. But in IVT, updation takes place in a single phase without any neighborhood interaction. Again, in synchronous CA assumes the presence of a global clock, which is a unrealistic assumption. So we have studied the IVT in the next slide. So IVTs are a class of discrete dynamical system which is a mapping from N0K to N0, where N0 is the set of all natural number including 0. And these IVTs are denoted by IVTJ, IVTPK superscript and J subscript, IVTPKJ. So for this we take k non-negative integers. Suppose they are n0, n1, suppose they are n1, n2 up to nk, and we find their periodic expansion. Then we keep all the expansion we keep them horizontally, and the rule acts column wise. After action of the rule column wise, we get a new string of same length, and its decimal value represents the IVT of n1, n2 up to nk. So there is an example where n1 is 220, j is 1, p is 2. P is 2 means it is in binary. So when IVT1 acts on 220, it gives and the value 35. And then we have given a connection between the cellular automata and IVT. So we have considered 3 strings. One is A dash, another is A, and another is A double dash. And we have proved that the output obtained due to action of CA rule J on A is same as the output obtained due to that IVT PKJ on A dash, A and A double dash. So we can say in this way, the next state of an elementary CA rule J acting on a configuration A0, A1, A2 up to An is same as IVT23J on A dash, A double dash. Similar connections are also valid for non-uniform and non-uniform rules that vary over time. In this slide, we have given the different types of CA. First is uniform IVT. We have given different types of integral value transformations. What are they? They are uniform IVTs, non-uniform IVTs, and non-uniform IVTs varying over time. So firstly, we will discuss about uniform IVTs. In this case, a single rule acts on each column. For example, if you see this example, we have taken 3 numbers, that is 122, 122, 108 and 43, and here the rule number is 226. So when it acts on these 3 numbers, it gives a value that is 107, 107. So in this slide we have discussed non-uniform integral value transformation. Here we choose a rule vector instead of a single rule, a rule vector of length n, and ith rule acts on ith column. Here we have taken, for example, we have taken three number, and that is 120, 108 and 40, and we have taken one rule vector, and it acts on these three numbers, and it gives a value that is 42. Then next, a non-uniform multiple number of IVTs over k non-negative integers is defined, and it is written like this. And we have given one example, that is when it acts on 13 and 14, it gives a value that is 15 and 3. That means one order pair order pair is shifted to another order pair. And then we have discussed non-uniform IVTs vary with respect to time. So here in each time step we apply a new rule vector. For example, we have taken three number 28, 23, 30, and in different step we have taken these rule vector. At t1 one rule vector acts on this, at t2 another rule vector act on the three number, and the whatever result is obtained, it is stored. So next we will go to that one particular class of IVTs, that is called number conserving IVTs. So first is one dimensional uniform number conserving IVT. So the definition is like this: a one dimensional IVT n0 to n0 is number conserving if the weight of the input string equal to weight of the output string. But we have given the proof in the paper, and here we have written the result. The result is there is no such non-trivial number conserving IVTs. Then we have discussed about one-dimensional non-uniform number conserving IVTs, and here the result is also same. There is no such IVTs. After this, we have given the discussion about two-dimensional uniform number conserving integral value transformation. So here the concept is again same. It will be number conserving if the weight of the input order pair equal to the weight of the output order pair. And here there is a result that we have got four such IVTs. One is IVT 1012, next is IVT 1210, next is IVT 814, and next is IVT 148. Then next, two-dimensional non-uniform and number conserving IVTs. And similarly, in the same manner, we have got some 2T non-uniform NC-IVTs, and there IVT 1010 up to 1010 up to 10. Next is IVT 1212 up to 12. And this is written in terms of two rule vector. All have two rule vectors, and the number of such two-dimensional non-uniform number conserving rule is 2 to the power n plus 1, and number of such two-dimensional non-uniform number conserving rules varying over time t is 2 to the power n plus 1 to the power t. And one example is also given, and here we have taken two number 43 and 50, and two rule vectors acts on it, and it gives rise to two number, that is 51 and 42. And it is also observed that the sum of two input is same thing as sum of two output. That means 43 plus 50 equal to 51 plus 42. Next slide. In this slide we have given the dynamics of number conserving IVTs, and here that whatever one order pair will be shifted to another order pair. So in this way, if we move one by one, then we'll go from one point to another, but each point will lie along a straight line whose equation is x plus y equal to c. C means c will give, c is the sum of the two input numbers. Next, we have discussed about three-dimensional uniform number conserving integral value transformation. So here we have got 729 number of 3D NCIVTs, and some of them are given here. So in general, the cardinality of n-dimensional uniform NCIVT is Cn0 to the power Cn0 into Cn1 to the power Cn1 into, in this way, dot C last Cnn to the power Cnn. So in this process of construction, exponential number of NCIVTs is obtained through which their corresponding NCC rule can be studied. In this slide, we have generated some pattern which is obtained using cellular automata. In the same way, we have used IVT to get some pattern, some interesting pattern. And this is the conclusion. In this paper, it has been shown that for every number conserving cellular automata rule, there exists one number conserving IVT. So this is just a one-to-one correspondence between CA rule and IVT. It means this is just a one-to-one correspondence. Three types of IVT we have discussed. One is uniform IVT, another is non-uniform IVT, and another is non-uniform IVTs varying over time, and also their cardinalities are given in this slide. So it is observed that the cardinality of this number conserving integral value transformation increases exponentially as the length of the binary string increases. So we'll explore this idea to one and two other dimensions. So, with this, I conclude my presentation. Thank you all.